One thing you've probably heard your whole life is this. Daddy longlegs are the most venomous spiders in the world, but their fangs are too small to pierce human skin. If you still believe that claim and instinctively sweep them away whenever you spot one in a corner of your house, you may not only be killing a completely harmless creature, you may also be removing one of nature's best defenses against genuinely dangerous spiders like the black widow. Today, we're going to completely dismantle one of the world's most widespread urban legends. We'll uncover the surprising truth behind the two very different creatures that share the same common name. By the end of this video, you'll not only see them in a completely new light, you may even find yourself grateful for their presence. The legend of the Daddy Longlegs. Daddy Longlegs was probably one of the first creepy, crawly stories you heard as a kid. Think back to your school playground or summer camp. There was always that one kid who would point to a long-legged creature on a wall and say, "Don't touch it. Its venom is strong enough to kill a cow." The only reason it doesn't kill people is because its fangs are too short to bite through our skin. It's a dramatic story, isn't it? A deadly assassin with world-ending venom trapped inside a fragile body. It's the kind of tragic supervillain origin story that sticks in people's minds, which is probably why this myth has survived for decades, but it's completely wrong. In fact, what's even more surprising is that the daddy longlegs people talk about often isn't even a spider. The truth is that two entirely different animals share the same nickname. Let's meet them. If you've ever seen a tiny creature in your garden, on tree bark, or among tall grass that looks like a black bean balanced on 8 absurdly long legs, you've probably encountered a harvestman. If disturbed, it may even start bouncing up and down frantically as if it's doing squats. Most people call it a daddy longlegs. Its real name is the harvestman. Calling a harvestman a spider is about as accurate as calling a bat a bird or a whale a fish. Although harvestmen and spiders both belong to the class Arachnida, their relationship is surprisingly distant. Take a closer look and you'll notice something important. A spider's body is divided into 2 major sections. A harvestman's body isn't. Its body appears as one smooth, oval-shaped unit, basically a potato with 8 ridiculously long legs. More importantly, harvestmen have no venom glands, no venomous fangs, and no silk-producing organs. They're actually more closely related to mites and scorpions than many people realize. That famous most venomous creature that can't bite humans myth couldn't possibly apply to them because they don't produce venom at all. So what are they doing in your yard? They're hardworking cleanup crews. At night, harvestmen patrol your garden feeding on decaying leaves, fungi, insect eggs, and dead organisms. They're highly effective decomposers. If your yard is full of harvestmen, that's often a sign of a healthy ecosystem and healthy soil. There's absolutely no reason to spray pesticides on them. Now let's move indoors. Walk into a basement, garage, crawl space, or a bathroom that hasn't been cleaned in a while. You may spot another long-legged creature. Unlike the harvestman, this one has a clearly separated body and lives in a web. This is our second daddy longlegs, the cellar spider. And yes, this one is a real spider. It spins silk. It has venom glands and it has fangs. So does that childhood story finally apply? Is it incredibly venomous but unable to bite humans? Not even close. To put the myth to rest once and for all, the famous science TV show, one of the most publicized tests, involved a television experiment in which a cellar spider was allowed to bite human skin. The results were straightforward. First, the spider's fangs absolutely can penetrate human skin. So the first half of the myth was false. Second, what happened afterward? Almost nothing. Savage reported only a mild stinging sensation similar to a tiny pinprick. The discomfort faded within minutes. There were no serious symptoms and certainly no deadly effects. Scientists who have analyzed cellar spider venom found that it is specifically adapted for immobilizing small insects. To mammals, including humans, the venom has very little effect. So the myth is completely debunked. They are not the most venomous spiders in the world, and their fangs are not too small to bite humans. For people, they are essentially harmless. But if you think cellar spiders are just lazy freeloaders hanging in the corner, you're mistaken. Every night, an extraordinary hunting drama may be unfolding in your basement, and the fragile-looking cellar spider is often the predator at the center of it. One of its most famous prey species is the notorious black widow. If you watched the encounter in real time, you might expect the black widow to dominate. After all, its venom has earned it a fearsome reputation. Yet the outcome is often the opposite, armed with potent neurotoxic venom. Then a cellar spider arrives. Instead of avoiding danger, it steps directly onto the black widow's web. The cellar spider begins performing a remarkable hunting tactic known as aggressive mimicry. Using its long legs, it plucks the web strands in a way that mimics a trapped insect struggling for its life. The black widow senses the vibrations and rushes toward what it believes is an easy meal. That's when the trap is sprung. The cellar spider's long legs provide an enormous reach advantage. From a relatively safe distance, it rapidly throws sticky silk onto the approaching black widow. The black widow's shorter legs and limited reach prevent it from effectively striking back. Within moments, the predator becomes the prey. Wrapped in silk, the black widow is immobilized and eventually consumed. A spider capable of sending humans to the emergency room can end up as dinner for a cellar spider. That's why some scientists and naturalists consider cellar spiders valuable natural predators of other household spiders. Now think about your own home. Do you have messy, tangled spider webs in the corners of your basement or garage? If so, congratulations. Your biological security system may be operating exactly as intended. Cellar spider webs aren't elegant, they're messy, irregular, and often unattractive, but those webs are working. Cellar spiders help reduce populations of mosquitoes, flies, ants, and sometimes even other spiders. They don't damage furniture. They don't steal your food. They don't spread disease. They simply hang upside down in a corner and quietly do their job. If you remove every cellar spider from your home, you may also remove a natural predator that helps keep other pests under control. Sometimes the smartest choice is simply to leave them alone. So why do harvestmen appear in your garden? Why do cellar spiders settle into your basement? Because your home provides a functioning ecosystem with food sources that support them. The next time you encounter one of these long-legged visitors, remember, the harvestman is a harmless recycler, helping maintain ecological balance. The cellar spider is an efficient predator helping control household pests. Neither deserves the terrifying reputation that popular myths have given them. So if you've spent years believing the too venomous to bite humans story, you're not alone. But now you know the truth. And perhaps it's time to give these misunderstood little guardians the credit they deserve. If this myth fooled you, or if the cellar spider's black widow hunting skills surprised you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who fears spiders. Together, let's clear the names of some of nature's most misunderstood creatures. This is Backyard Story, bringing you a fresh perspective on the world. See you in the next video.